In this video, I want to bring your attention to the fact that you are not creating, you are manifesting. That is an important detail that could make a big difference for you. And I will give you specific examples that will help you understand what this means for your specific manifestation. If you need a more personalized help with any of your manifestations, you are welcome to book a one-on-one coaching with me from the link in the description box below. If you want to join my Master Manifestors Mastermind group, please contact me through my booking page and also check out my courses. The links are in the description box below. If you have noticed in my videos, I almost never use the word create. I am not sure if I have ever used that word. It might have slipped here and there, but I don't use the word create about manifestation because it's technically wrong. Because nobody is creating anything. Creation is finished. Everything is already created. What you are doing is you are manifesting what is already created. Whether it's a specific person, whether it's anything related to money, objects, big, small, such as a house or a cup of coffee, or anything related to your body, weight loss, weight gain, health, any physical changes, literally anything you can think about, all those things are already created. And when you are manifesting something consciously, you are selecting a reality. I know you have heard this term before. I'm going to explain a little bit more in detail about what it actually means. That's the process of manifesting, actually. Because in your current state, you have a set of beliefs and assumptions and stories and things you're imagining. That is your reality, your physical reality. When you are manifesting anything, what you are doing is you are changing the contents of your own mind. And the thing that makes it difficult for people is when they focus on the 3D circumstances, because we manifest in order to have it differently in the 3D. So it's obvious that, it's natural that you want to focus on the 3D, but your manifestation has nothing to do with your 3D reality. Your 3D physical reality is there because at some point you focused on those things, you had those assumptions, you had a certain feeling state, and it's not always specific things. This is something many people are asking me, but I didn't think this thing would happen specifically. You don't only have specific assumptions about things and people. You also have generic assumptions. Those general assumptions have to manifest in some specific situations. For example, the classical, all men are like this, all women are like this, etc. And then you will go and manifest or meet specific men and women that are exactly that, which your generic assumption says. Or the economy is bad, this culture is like this, So when you want to change the situation, or something with a specific person in the physical reality, you go inside your imagination and you change that story. Now, something that stresses people out is this idea that what I want doesn't exist, so I have to sort of create it from scratch. And that just makes things difficult. I'm here to reassure you that you are never creating anything from scratch. Everything is already created for you. What you're doing is when you are changing your assumptions, your thoughts, your imaginal acts, anything that you're doing in your mind, when you're changing those, you are simply selecting a different reality. Your job as a conscious manifestor is to continuously select that reality, and the way you select it is literally by focusing on it. It's your attention that does it. Whether you do it mentally only, or you do it with your emotions, Both work. All your non-physical parts manifest. So don't get hung up on, "Ooh, I didn't feel this real," or "I didn't feel happy when I was imagining this." Everything that is non-physical, if you put focus and attention on whichever part you're using of your imagination, it creates. It manifests. There it was. Sometimes it slips. It manifests a reality that already exists. And here comes an example, or come examples from questions that I often receive both from viewers and clients, that I was born with this body type. The doctor said this can't heal. I am in a situation where there is no money available. I don't have experience to get a job that gives me or makes enough money for me to have the life that I desire. Or I live in a place where people usually don't make money. Or my SP rejected me. My SP is with a third party. My SP is in a situation where our relationship would be forbidden. All those things are current manifestations. When you focus on, or simply just bring your attention back to the fact that you're not creating, you're manifesting, you're selecting a different reality. It means that, first of all, you're not manifesting anything with the other person. You're always manifesting your own experience of the other person, or your own experience of that situation. So your manifestation has to do with you only. It's you, your imagination, your mind, your assumptions, and you are in full control of what you are doing in your mind. If you think you're not, that's an assumption. Just start affirming that you are. When you are mentally focusing on a different reality, this is like, technically this is what it means. Let's take your SP as an example first, and then I will come up with other examples also. In one reality, your SP rejected you, they don't want you, they probably hate you, there has been arguments, etc., ugly endings. That's one reality. In a different reality, your SP is completely in love with you. You're all they have ever wanted. Will do anything to make you happy, to be with you, to have this beautiful, committed relationship that you desire. That's one reality. In a different reality, your SP doesn't even know who you are. In a different reality, you have never met yet. In a different reality, your SP is not even your type. In a different reality, fill in the blank. You are mentally selecting any of those reality that you want to experience. So what you're doing is you're changing your own experience of the person. This both means that every single version of your specific person exists for you to select. But most importantly, it means that every single version of yourself exists that you select, which means that you select the version of you who is chosen and with your SP, or you are selecting the version of you who is not chosen and not with your SP, or again, you name it. You are selecting your own experience. So you're not forcing your SP to do anything. You are not hurting anyone. You are not manipulating anyone or anything. You are simply selecting a version of the person or the situation that already exists for you to shift awareness and shift your own experience and start living that life. The same goes with your health. For example, if something has happened, you've got an injury, or you have got an illness of some kind, there's a version of you that currently has that. There's another version of you who never got that illness. And there's another version of you who got that illness and got the cure and is now fine. There's another version of you who fill in the blank. So you are shifting your awareness from one reality to the other so that you actually, in the physical, you experience that. That's it. You're not creating anything from scratch. The same goes with money. Your current experience, your current version of yourself and your bank account may be struggling, not enough money, difficult history with money. Another version of you figured out how to make money. Another version of you has always had money, has always been wealthy. That has never been the problem for you. That version of you exists. It's in your hands to focus on that instead of focusing on what is going on currently. One thing that many, even very conscious, experienced creators do accidentally, nobody does this on purpose, is to imagine things the way they are instead of imagine things the way we want them to be. But again, it's in your full control to pay attention to what is happening in your mind, bring your attention to a different reality that you want to experience. All you are doing is choosing realities. So you are not creating from scratch. This idea of this thing that I want doesn't exist and I'm creating it from scratch stresses people out, because what if I won't be able to create what I want? If it helps, like I have done, get the word creation out of your vocabulary when you are thinking about manifesting, or if you're talking about it, or if you're in your mind having inner conversations. You are simply manifesting a different version of the person. When you think of a different version, it means that version exists. When you are manifesting, you are simply shifting realities. Nothing is created from scratch. You in your human form, even though your imagination is God, that part of you is the infinite intelligence that knows everything, that can do everything. But you are currently in your human form. In your human form, you are not creating anything. You are manifesting the created. So yes, the version of your SP that you want, who is madly in love with you and is choosing you and will choose you above everything and everyone, already exists. It's in your control to simply focus on that. The version of you who has more money than you can count exists. It's in your hands, in your control to focus on that version, being that version of you. The version of you who is perfectly healthy and thriving also exists. It's your job and in your control to focus on that version of you. And this is where manifestation techniques come in. We do the techniques in order to become that version in our current form, to experience that reality. We don't do the manifestation techniques to create things. Long story short, that's what it means. You don't affirm to create anything in your 3D reality. You don't imagine, visualize, or have inner conversations in order to create things. You do those things in order to shift your focus from one reality to the other. I know this sounds both very simplistic and like a very small detail, but I find the distinction very important because, first of all, for myself, when I discovered this, it removed a lot of stress about manifesting for me. And it does the same thing with my clients. Whenever I bring up this topic that, hey, you're not creating from scratch, you're simply selecting. We're just figuring out what works for every single one of us to select that reality so that it can manifest in the 3D reality, so that we live that life instead of this life. So therefore, whenever you're having a problem, but this thing, but that thing, but there's a third party, in the other version of your reality, that third party doesn't exist. In this particular circumstance, that's what it is. In a different circumstance, that it's not there. The problem is not there. So that is what you are selecting. And this is where Neville Goddard comes in. Focus on the end. Focus on the end goal. You want a life that is healthy, wealthy, full of love, full of beautiful experiences, stay there. Your mind will figure out how to get you from point A to point B. Just pick your end goal, pick your favorite manifestation technique, and stick with it. Just do that. Your only job is to focus. Select the reality and focus on that. That's it. And I really, really hope that this was encouraging for you. And I hope I have answered some questions. If you need a more specific, more personalized help with your manifestations, you can book a one-on-one coaching with me from the link in the description box below, or join my Master Manifestors coaching program, where we are talking about your manifestations, where we are talking about the things that you're struggling with and finding solutions that work for you. I will be giving homeworks, we will be doing challenges. If you want to join that, please contact me through my booking page. Also check out my courses from the links in the description box below. Have a beautiful day and see you in the next video.